Am I Racist? It's a film which has garnered a lot of backlash from the usual sorts. So for those that don't know, this is Matt Walsh of the Daily Wire doing the same sort of mockumentary, I guess they're called, on race grifters, the sort of racial justice warriors in the States. I haven't watched it, so I don't know if he travels elsewhere. Much in the same way that he did with What is a Woman. Now, this has faced loads of backlash, and it's comedy gold, quite frankly. You know, loads of people have outright refused to review it. I'm trying to get a copy so I can watch it. It's just a bit of a nuisance trying to find it when you're in the UK. But yeah, it's quite comical. Jeremy Jahns, another YouTuber, movie critic, reviewer, has reviewed it, and he's been destroyed? He's not been destroyed. People, morons, have tried to destroy him and attack him for reviewing the film. Yes, just reviewing a film has now resulted in that nonsense. Look, the whole race grifting movement in America is absurd. It is absurd. The individuals that Matt Walsh spoke to, Robin DiAngelo, for instance, someone who felt racist, so started writing a book about like anti-racism and all this kind of stuff. It's just nonsense. It's just utterly absurd. The whole thing is absurd. The sooner... I'm not going to get into it, but we'll take a look at some of the comments because they are comedy gold. So I thought we would take a look actually at Matt Walsh's Twitter first, because again he shared this. The left has labelled Jeremy Jahns a racist and a sellout simply for reviewing my film. This is how they play the game. Viciously denounce anyone who positively acknowledges the existence of the film so that other critics will be too afraid to follow suit. I mean, it's just absurd. Matt fucking Jarbo, this fat cunt. Sorry about that. Says, midlife crisis Jeremy Jahns is not the villain origin story I was expecting. Are you high, mate? What are you doing? It's a movie. So he's a villain because he reviewed a movie. It's so pathetic. So pathetic. There's this. The horror outlaw. Jeremy Jahns has always sucked. It's amazing people valued his opinion at all. Him being a racist and a centrist coward is not surprising in the slightest. He's racist because he reviewed a movie. I see. And then there's this one. Again, what you'd probably expect. Confirmed racist because he reviewed a movie. Okay. Another one. Can't think for the life of me why Jeremy Jahns would shine a light on a person like Matt Walsh and give him a shake, except that Jahns got a juicy offer from the Daily Wire in the form of connections or payment or some other form of transaction. Or it could be the fact that it's a popular movie, you know, and it makes sense to review it. This is how he earns his money. It makes sense. Idiots. Absolute idiots. So this has been predictable. The response is always predictable. And says, you know, there's some commentary here and things like that as well. Like, mainstream criticism is in pretty dire straits, but most critics can still recognise dog whistle tripe when they see it. Also, Jeremy Jahns hasn't levelled up his film analysis once in almost 2 decades. He doesn't need to if it works for him. He has his audience, they like it. What's the issue? And that's because this individual tweeted this out. And he's like, your position is that film critics should refuse to review a top 5 box office film and the top movie in its genre on the assumption that it's tripe because of the politics of the person who made it. Okay, thank you for announcing that you have no credibility, which is true. We can sort of scroll through. Literally just searching Jeremy Jahns on Twitter, we'll find all of this nonsense. It's insane. Matt Jarbo mocks Jeremy Jahns for reviewing Am I Racist? Everyone who forgot Matt Jarbo existed now remembers he exists. Begins unanimously mocking Matt Jarbo. Chef's kiss. Yep. Yeah, I mean, you're doing something right. Like, again, you know, he reviewed Sound of Freedom. Don't really see the issue with that. And he reviewed Am I Racist? Don't really see the issue with that. It's not controversial. He's literally just reviewing a movie. Which is what you should be doing as a movie reviewer. But again, pretty much everyone is jumping to his defense, minus left-wingers over on Twitter. Jeremy Jahns' review of Am I Racist is fair and doesn't deserve the criticism it's received. He simply reviews the movie, reports on its message and themes, and acknowledges it delivers them well without implying he agrees with the film's opinions. It's perfectly fine. Yeah, the internet's not a real place. There's no way Jeremy Jahns is a racist reviewing a film. Oh my god. Yeah. People are legitimately insane. Look at this. I guess Jeremy Jahns' Am I Racist cancellation just went in reverse. Yeah, because he lost some and then just gained some. Quite comical. Very, 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 very funny. I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, I don't get the hatred. And if you go to the actual review on YouTube, I mean, he's got people give him massive props for reviewing it, and also leaving the comments on the fact that Jeremy not only reviewed this film, but left the review up in spite of the hatred that he's getting. Reminds me why I respect him. The biggest takeaway is that Superman's disguise actually works. Let's face the facts. Jeremy's not a political commentator. He's a film critic. He's reviewing the film, not praising Walsh. It doesn't matter even if he is praising Walsh. People are just insane, so tribal. It's crazy that in this modern age, we're scared of having simple opinions. Yep. No fear of backlash from posting this review. Comment section open. Sir, you have earned my respect. Yeah, the fact that this is a controversy, I mean, it's a non-controversy, isn't it? Let's be honest. I like this one. This video is what separates the shills from the real critics. This man is a real critic, not an activist. Yeah. Chris Stuckman will not be reviewing this movie. No, he won't. Chris Cuckman. Yeah, I mean, the comments are great. The fact that I don't know your political leanings after watching this shows how genuinely fair you are as a reviewer. Yeah, I mean, he's literally... So, Jeremy is someone who's just reviewing it as a product of media. That's all it is, which is perfectly reasonable to do. To label him as anything but, well, pretty sane for doing all of that is nonsense. So, yeah. Reviews a political movie, and I still won't know Jeremy's politics. This is the way. Yep. Perfectly reasonable, if that's all you want to comment on, which is what he did. So there you go. Am I racist? Absolutely ridiculous backlash for Jeremy Jahns. Super, super comical, but predictable. So, yeah. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. I've got to find a copy, and I've got to watch it and give you my thoughts. It should be an interesting watch at the very least. Looking at the trailer and stuff, it didn't have quite as much of the punch as What Is a Woman. So it'll be interesting to see whether he sticks the landing as an actual movie or not. But anyway, cheers guys, take care. Bye-bye now.